Hey guys, Artosis here, bringing you some more CNSL 5. Right now we are in the round of 16, and this is the very beginning of Group B. This group has 2 Zerg players and 2 Terran players in it. Kind of an exciting group, actually, since it has not 1, but 2 non-Korean players playing here. So first off, we have Yoon here in the top right, one of the stronger up-and-coming Zerg players, and his opponent is going to be Fengzi, the very popular and very strong Chinese Zerg. Definitely had an interesting road here, played very, very well in that previous round, and I'm hoping that he can do it again. The other 2 players in the group are Scan, a huge fan favorite of everyone that's a Brood War fan, really. And his opponent in the first round will be Ziggy, who actually auto-qualified for this round, but despite the fact that he auto-qualified, he got top seed because he was able to take down Beast in a best of 1 with that Wraith build, if you remember that. If you didn't see that yet, it's worth checking out. It was definitely very, very interesting to see the basically the 1 base 2-port Wraith just dismantle Beast. He was not ready for that. So yeah, very exciting stuff. And I mean, worst case scenario, we get a non-Korean in 3rd place, right? Not bad in the round of 16. So, taking a look, it is Zerg vs. Zerg, of course. As you see, the map is Vermeer, and we have Yoon just going for that 9 pool, it looks like, down here. Just a little bit slower from Fengzi. So, I mean, historically, we've looked at situations like this and said, you know what, Red Zerg is going to be ahead. Slightly quicker pool. I mean, if your opponent is going hatch first, maybe you can get some additional damage in because of that. But generally, when the pool is still being made here on 1 base, you're probably going to be able to defend everything just fine. Now, this Overlord leaving, hold on. Okay, he sees it, and this Overlord might not see it. I think he actually bent that out of the way just right. We'll see if oh, I think we just saw a little bit of a flick there. Let's see exactly where those Zerglings track over to. He is making up to 8 now, both sides getting their lair. Looks like we have the layers on very, very equal timings here, and a speed upgrade here for Fengzi. Yeah, the Zerglings are coming directly down to this bottom right, so definitely did catch an eye on that Overlord. Now, a lot of lings being made here for Fengzi, and he definitely is going to need those lings with the speed upgrade as well. That is going to help him out a bit. He does have about 40 gas or 50 gas more, so that's a 10-second quicker gas here than Yoon, but Yoon is not getting the speed upgrade. So we'll see if this actually comes into play. Wouldn't be surprised if we just see non-stop lings on both sides now, right? 10, 11 drones seems like enough to go 1 hatch Mutalisk on. So right now, Fengzi is doing a very tight lineup of Zerglings. When you line them up like this, it's basically impossible to attack move into them unless you have very overwhelming numbers, because they're as close as can be. So if your Zerglings are not lined up perfectly like this as well, 2 of these Zerglings will hit 1 of yours at the same time. So these concaves that you see on both sides, incredibly hard to attack into with Zerglings of your own. Now, more lings coming down the map here for Yoon, but looks like both sides getting a few drones mixed in there as well, kind of rebuilding that economy a little bit. Second hatchery in the main base for Fengzi. Wow. Okay, that's kind of exciting. This is definitely going to make the game a bit different, right? Because we have the hatchery going up there, and then over on the other side, it's a little bit later here for Yoon, but it is going to be at the natural. So if the game lasts any substantial amount of time, this secondary gas definitely can come into play and give a big advantage to Yoon. But as is, this one is a little bit quicker. So, for instance, he can pop out more Mutalisks right away, maybe get a few more Zerglings out for a bit more pressure on that as well. A couple Overlords coming now to make sure he has supply ready for those Mutalisks. Very nice build that we're looking at. In fact, I think he's going to be able to pop like 5 mutas at once compared to 3, which is a big deal. Double Overlord coming up here for Yoon. Oh, and Scourge first. Okay, okay. The Zerglings, by the way, going back, retreating away from this ramp. He knows that hatch time for Mutalisks. And now suddenly 4 mutas. I gotta say, I do like slightly more just right this second Fengzi's position. But of course, if he can't make anything happen with these very quick mutas that he's made, then this additional hatchery being at the natural is going to make a big difference as far as resource gathering goes. If you get more gas in Zerg vs. Zerg, that is going to make a big difference quite quickly indeed. Now, here come those Mutalisks. 4 right there. We're about to get a 1 more and some Scourge. So now it's going to be 5 Mutas and a pair of Scourge against a pair of Scourge and 1 Muta so far. Now, there are more Mutas being made. He is trying to catch up in that regard. A few more Scourge as well. So definitely Micro going to come down to it. Ooh, Fengzi just popped some more Scourge as well. So I think what we're seeing from Fengzi, this is going to be a pretty all-in attack. He's really relying on this doing a lot of damage. So his 5 Mutas and 2 Scourge coming up. The Lings coming up here as well. Ooh, nice Micro there. Picks off a single Ling to start. Oh my god, and already some damage dealt. Can Fengzi actually get something done here? Let's take a look. He's got still 5 Mutas, 4 now. 1 does get picked off. But Yoon losing some of his Scourge. Oh, the connection as well. This looking very good for Fengzi right at the beginning. His Mutalisk count a little bit higher, but another one pops out. Don't forget, we're right at Yoon's base, so the defense might be a bit easier because of that quick rally. And look at this, the moving shot as well as the Scourge. 2 Mutas here for Yoon. And Fengzi going to be able to take those out, I think. It's really looking like he may be able to make yet another upset. This is absolutely amazing. Look at that. Yoon going to end up losing this Muta. And, another Muta popped out. These Mutas are getting a little bit damaged. He might be over-microing just slightly. You've got to be careful about that as well. A couple Scourge coming out. They're going to try very hard to connect here. Can he get one of the healthy Mutas with this Scourge? And the Glaives actually pop off and do a fantastic job. 2 more Scourge following him down right now. The 3 Mutas backing up. More Lings on the way. Additional Mutas coming out to meet up also. So it looks like about 5 Mutas right now. 3 of them very badly damaged. A lot of Scourge popping out for Yoon. Yoon is up a singular drone. I don't think that's going to end up mattering all that much. Ling's coming across the map right now as well. And he does end up losing a Muta to the Scourge. But look at this. He is going to get on top of those drones. And I think this is it, man. I think this is game. I think Fengzi has done it once again. Absolutely amazing. I mean, he goes on to the winners match to play a Zerg versus Terran. But that is something else. And I got to tell you, I mean, we call this an upset. But how many upsets must there be before we just consider this to be the state of Fengzi's skill? I got to tell you, I'm like really impressed. You know, some of these Chinese players I find to be quite strong, like Mihu, I talk about a lot. But I feel like, and, you know, obviously Zhanhun, for those of you who have watched a lot of casts here, definitely have talked about him a fair amount. He is kind of like a little bit of a cheesy Protoss. But Fengzi has shown some real skill, some real depth. GG takes down Yoon in that first best of 1 and will move on to the winners match. Thanks for watching.